At exactly 8 a.m. this morning, the sound of children's laughter was replaced by gunfire. Within minutes, 5 young lives were gone, and the man leading Burkina Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, was forced into the most personal battle of his life. The morning began like any other in Ouagadougou. Children rushed through the school gates. Their chatter filled the air. Teachers prepared lessons. The sun shone gently. No one suspected danger. Captain Ibrahim Traoré was in his office, reviewing security reports. He valued education deeply, especially this school, because it was his childhood school, the place that shaped him, where his dreams began. At 8 a.m. sharp, a black SUV appeared at the street corner, its windows tinted, moving slowly. A teacher noticed, felt uneasy, but continued teaching. Suddenly, the SUV doors swung open. Armed men leapt out, their faces covered, their rifles ready. Screams erupted, students scattered. Bullets tore through the morning air. Glass shattered, desks overturned, teachers shielded children. The attackers moved fast, methodical, ruthless. In less than 3 minutes, 5 children lay lifeless, dozens more injured. The attackers disappeared into the streets, leaving chaos behind. An emergency call reached Traoré. His aide's voice trembled. "Sir, it's the school." He froze. "Which school?" the aide whispered. "Yours." A cold shock gripped him. His mind raced. He dropped everything, rushed to his convoy. Sirens wailed. The drive felt endless. Every second burned. When he arrived, the sight shattered him. Parents sobbed in the street. Teachers hugged trembling children. The schoolyard was a battlefield. Blood stained the ground. A child's shoe lay abandoned. His security detail tried to hold him back, but he pushed through. He entered a classroom. Desks overturned, notebooks scattered, a chalkboard frozen mid-lesson, and on the floor, the tiny bodies of his people's children. His chest tightened. He knelt beside them, whispering, "I'm sorry." Reporters gathered outside, but he ignored them. This wasn't politics. This was personal. He ordered medics to move faster, ordered troops to block the city exits. No one leaves, no one enters. The attackers would be caught. But first he comforted the families, sitting on the ground beside grieving parents, listening to their pain, holding their hands. He didn't speak like a president. He spoke like a father. "Your children are my children." He vowed justice. Not tomorrow, today. By noon, checkpoints surrounded the city. Soldiers searched every vehicle. Police raided known hideouts. Traoré stayed at the school, overseeing every move. Helicopters scanned the rooftops. Intelligence teams tracked calls. By 2 p.m., a lead emerged. The SUV had been seen, heading toward an abandoned warehouse. Traoré ordered his special forces in. No hesitation. The unit stormed the warehouse. Shots were fired. 3 attackers fell instantly. 2 were captured alive. They were dragged out in handcuffs. Crowds watched in silence. The people wanted blood. But Traoré raised his hand. "Justice will speak, not revenge." The attackers were questioned, their orders traced to a foreign network. The motive was clear: to destabilize his government, to break his spirit. But they failed. That evening Traoré stood before the nation, his face pale, his voice steady. "We have lost 5 of our brightest stars. They were taken from us by cowards, but we are not broken. Every school in Burkina Faso will be protected. Every child will walk safely to class." The people listened in silence. Some cried, others clenched fists. The nation was united. Across the city, candles were lit. Their flames flickered in the night. Parents hugged their children tighter. Teachers vowed to keep teaching. Soldiers vowed to keep fighting. Traoré visited the victims' homes. He sat in living rooms, looked at family photos. listened to childhood stories, and promised each family, "Your child's name will live forever." Plans were made to build a memorial in the center of the schoolyard with the children's names engraved, a place for flowers, a place for prayers. The nation grieved, but it also rose. That week, security doubled at every school. Volunteer patrols formed. Communities stood watch. The message was clear: never again. In the following days, foreign agents were expelled. Traoré addressed the African Union, calling for stronger cooperation. An attack on one child is an attack on Africa. His words echoed across the continent. Offers of help poured in, supplies, training, support. But Traoré knew the greatest defense was the unity of his people. At the memorial's opening, the 5 families stood together. Each lit a candle, each placed a flower. Children sang softly, the crowd held hands, and for a moment, the pain felt lighter. Traoré looked at the memorial, his eyes moist. "We couldn't save them," he whispered, "but we will save the rest." The school reopened, laughter returned, lessons resumed, but the scars remained. Teachers noticed students were quieter, more watchful, more aware of danger, yet more determined to learn. The tragedy had forged resilience. Traoré visited often, sitting in classrooms, reading with students, talking about dreams, reminding them, "Knowledge is our weapon." Months passed. The attacker's trial began, broadcast live. The nation watched. The verdict: guilty, life imprisonment. Justice had spoken. But for Traoré, the fight continued. He would not rest until every child in Burkina Faso was safe, and until no schoolyard ever heard gunfire again.